We are on week 3 of this 30-day fasting Facebook video and challenge that I have set myself. It's just a random challenge, and so we are on day 15. This week we are looking at fasting and healing, and because if you have been following my journey over the for a while, you'll know that I am an avid faster. I always have been, but at the start of the year, I became a certified Fast Like a Girl coach under Dr. Mindy Powell's, and that's when I really, over the past couple of years as well, I've really dived into understanding fasting for women around our hormonal cycle and around our hormonal needs. And so this week is just a week of education. I want to share some learning and some understanding with you so that you can, just absorb what is of interest to you. I know that some people are absolutely not into fasting, and that is totally okay, but I just want to give you some education around it. So today I am talking about our two energy systems, our glucose energy system and our fat burning energy system. Throughout the week, I'm also going to talk about what you can have in your fasting window. If there's anything that you can eat or drink, I'm also going to talk about should we exercise in a fasted state, and I know that there is a whole lot of controversy out there as to whether we should exercise fasted or whether women should be fasting, and doesn't fasting break down muscle. So I'm going to talk about that as well. Another day I'm going to talk about what a week of fasting can look like without starving yourself, and 5 things women get wrong about fasting, and then how do you break a fast. So I'm actually on a 24-hour fast at the moment, and yeah, so I started at 7 o'clock last night, so I'm going to go through till 7 o'clock tonight. But so we have got 2 energy systems. We have got the glucose energy system, and we've got the fat burning energy system. So as long as we've got food coming in, we are using glucose as our fuel source. If we stop the glucose coming in, so the food coming in, then we're going to switch over into the fat burning energy system. Our body, we are actually designed to metabolically switch between the 2 energy systems. So we don't want to be over and fasting all the time, but we also don't want to be in the eating all of the time. Our brain needs 50% glucose and 50% ketones to do its job. And so if we always got the food coming in, then we're never going to be burning ketones as the fuel source. It takes between 8 to 12 hours to move over into the fat burning energy system. And so if you've always got food coming in, then you're never going to switch over. And it's actually quite concerning if you can't actually go 8 to 12 and even 12 hours, 13 hours without food, because it means that you will be more insulin resistant. And so you're really depending on that food as your fuel source. So that is something that if it's something that you want to look at. When we switch over into our fat burning mode, it's when our body is burning ketones as our fuel source. So it goes, there's no glucose coming in, so therefore I'm going to have to look around the body and find another fuel source. And so it uses the fat source. And your body produces a byproduct called a ketone. And so the ketones send a message up to the brain to tell you that you are no longer hungry, and it switches on it really turns on the just brain power in your brain. And so often during menopause, we lose our memory, we lose our concentration because of the loss of the hormones. And so we need to look for a different source to be able to switch back on that memory and the just the brain power, and that's what ketones do. But if you've always got food coming in, then you're never switching over into this fat burning mode. And what you will discover, you know, at different lengths of fasting, you have different healing power. And I'm not going to go into them all, but I actually do have a download that you can get. But once you have, you know, intermittent fasting kind of starts at around 13 to 15 hours. And that's where you'll see inflammation come down, and you'll start seeing a little bit of a weight loss. If you go through to 24 hours, then your body, it's like a reset, and your body will actually, it's called the gut reset, and your body will actually renew the good bacteria in your gut better than a course of probiotics. And then if I just go through the 36-hour fast, that's where it's called the, Dr. Mindy calls it the fat burning mode, because it's when your body senses that glucose hasn't been coming in for that long, and it goes, I need to go and find some fuel source. So it'll look around the body and find those stubborn stores of fat that it did years ago. And that is like just so phenomenal. And then the different healing benefits go on at the 48 hours and 72 hours. Now, I appreciate that the thought of a 72-hour, like a 3-day fast, is absolutely out of the question. And for me, it totally was as well when I first started fasting. But if you just want to get started, then just start by pushing your breakfast out by 30 minutes. And it's okay to feel a little bit uncomfortable. It's okay to have headaches. It's okay to have, you know, a little bit of just feeling a little bit off, because that is your body detoxing. What's not okay is dizziness and extreme lethargy and fatigue and heavy limbs. That's, you know, not what we want to see. However, and your body will take a little bit of time to learn to be metabolically healthy. But we want to, just to sum up, we want to be using the glucose energy system, and we want to be using the fat burning energy system, and we want to metabolically switch between the two. And that's where the healing, the incredible healing happens, and you're going to be unsticking those stubborn weight stores. If you want to learn about the different healing at the different lengths of fasting, if you haven't already got my free guide, then I'll put the link in the comments box below, but head to wickedwellbeing.com/fasting-benefits. And that just breaks down all the healing, because the science and the knowledge and the know-how is exactly what you need to know in terms of embracing it as a practice, you know, that you're going to, or as a lifestyle choice, because this is absolutely a lifestyle choice, and it's what I teach in my membership. So I hope that I love, if you've got any questions, then please ask them in the comments box below. But as I said at the start of the video, I've shared what we're going to cover off this week, but I will post the link for that download in the comments box so that you can grab that and just start learning, and just start by pushing your breakfast out by 30 minutes. Okay, I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.